Women on a journey to divine health need to know 19 powerful principles in order to thrive in this world. I'm going to discuss the first 10 principles today. Principle number 1: plan for a life of abundance, but prepare for scarcity. You do this through fasting because fasting has both practical and spiritual implications. When someone fasts, you learn to control the body's physical functions under stressful circumstances. You are able to think clearly and make sound decisions during a crisis. You thrive during periods of natural and man-made disasters or adversities. The spiritual uses of fasting is that you are able to get in alignment with the divine knowing of the Most High through the development of intuition and the refinement of spiritual listening with your inner ear. You become able to abstain from the external noises that serve as obstructions to clear vision. And you recognize divine spiritual influence by training yourself to act on the advice of what's called the first voice, which is usually the voice of the Most High. These are ways that you are able to obstruct the confusion that usually happens after you receive divine guidance. Everything after that initial guidance is confusion, and it's usually the voice of the enemy. Principle number 2: divine health lends itself to beauty, but never use beauty to oppress and control the hearts and minds of men. Our natural beauty is a beautiful gift from the Most High. The beauty that we have emanates from a deep, beautiful spiritual place inward. It's because of our natural tendency as women to nurture, to heal, and to love that we are an attractive species of creatures in the world. We also need to understand that our beauty is temporal, but it is not meant to be a direct competition with the Most High for the attention of man. This new trend of 24-hour cosmetic beauty, 24-hour lipstick, 24-hour mascara, 24-hour foundation, to me is indicative of something that is really adverse to spiritual divine health. Because what it implicates is that you can have a flawless look 24 hours a day, which is just not a practical or healthy thing for any woman to strive to achieve. In fact, one of the attributes of the Most High is the perfect one, the flawless one. For you to assert that you can be flawless is to directly create a narcissistic attitude that you are a competitor for the attention and love of the Most High against man's best interest. And that's not a good position to take as a daughter of the Most High. Everything should be in moderation. You were created as a beautiful creature naturally and as a solution, but keep everything in its proper perspective. Try to avoid feeling the need to be perfect. Now, I don't mean that you should not strive for perfection in your spiritual life and in other areas of living. You should strive to perfect the art of solutions for our people, to help liberate our children, to save ourselves from pollution, poverty, and perversion. That is a powerful thing to create and strive to perfect. But keep it in perspective. You are not perfect. You don't have to be. It's not necessary. Your beauty is divine and it emanates from a wonderful, divine, and precious place as a daughter of the Most High. Principle number 3 is divine health is a mindset that encompasses both practical application of science and the wisdom of spirituality. We need to know the science of food as a nutrient source and its impact of those nutrients on our bodies. This means the daughters of the Most High must possess an inquisitive mind. We want to strive to know where our food is sourced, who is growing it, who is picking it, who is producing it, who is delivering it. The more we know about these kinds of questions, the greater control we can have over the quality of the food that we are intaking and providing to our family as a source of energy. The other thing that we need to grasp is the importance of intentionality and understand why it even matters as it relates to making divinely prepared meals. Food and the preparation of food is vital to the life of a daughter of the Most High and those that she loves. Your intentions in the preparation of a meal is going to make a powerful impact on the effectiveness of the food that you are preparing and its ability to feed both sides of human hunger, because human hunger has both a physical side and a spiritual side. And you may have experienced this when you've eaten a meal prepared by someone you know loves you, and that meal makes you feel so good all over afterwards, and it fills you with energy and in ideas, and makes you want to get up and do something empowering and powerful to impact the world. That's what a divinely prepared meal does. And if you're eating something that doesn't do that for you, it's likely that you had what I call a contentiously prepared meal, or a meal that is prepared for any other purpose than fueling your body and fulfilling your soul. That is something that I discuss more thoroughly in my free ebook on SheilaBrownSpeaks.com, where you can download for free, and it's called Divinity Soup, an ancestor inspired recipe starring collard greens. Please go and download that book and read it. It's a great introduction to the concept. The fourth principle is exercise is everything when it comes to divine health. See, it doesn't really matter that much if you have a great, healthy diet. If you don't exercise, if you don't stretch, jump, bend, or walk in a very meaningful and repetitive way on a consistent basis, you are still going to experience complications with your health. You might manifest that complication in the form of indigestion, gas, bloating, water retention, poor circulation, or just the inability to properly digest your food. It is very important for a daughter of the Most High that you couple your divine meals, your divine eating, and your fasting with powerful exercise and movement that consistently pervades your life in a way that contributes tremendously to your divine health goals. The fifth principle is that divine health connects us to divine purpose. That's right. Divine health goes hand in hand with divine purpose. You cannot have one without the other. And this is because your soul carries with it an assignment from the Most High to improve humanity at some level. And you need your divine machine or your body in order to fulfill that goal. And just like a car, your body is on loan to you, and you are responsible for its maintenance and its care. You alone have the full responsibility for making sure that your body functions properly, and that you do whatever it takes to master the knowledge necessary to make your body thrive and do what it needs to do to help you fulfill your divine purpose. Your goal before you leave this earth is to be able to say mission accomplished, just like our Queen Mother Harriet Tubman was able to do before she left the planet. Principle number 6 is divine health extends to our hair, but it won't extend our hair. This is a really important concept that I think the daughters of the Most High must grasp, because as a society and as a culture, we have become so obsessed with the texture, length, and volume of our hair. almost to the point where we have lost sight that our hair has a very important function, that in addition to beautifying us, our hair is a conduit for electricity. Remember, I said your body is a divine machine, and like all machines, it needs electricity in order to activate itself. Your source of electricity, just like all clean energy sources, is the sun. And your hair is a direct antenna to the energy that you need, the divine information that you need from the sun. Your hair is a very vital thing. And so nothing that you place on your hair or do to your hair should interfere with its natural ability to connect you to the source of all life, the sun. It's the system that the Most High created for us as children of the sun in order to get the information, the fuel, and the energy that we need to be our best selves. The seventh principle is that a daughter of the Most High practices spiritual, mental, and physical wellness through divine self-care. As a daughter of the Most High Queen, it is important to know that divine vaginal health is the key to creative ingenuity and sensuality. And if you don't believe me, try to come up with a new concept, an idea, or a thriving business while you are suffering from an untreated yeast infection. It's virtually impossible to do. Your vaginal area, your vaginal health demands harmony, peace, and order. The term that many people use in their spiritual life, that peace that surpasses all understanding, is best embodied in a very healthy and peaceful, harmonious vagina. Keep your vagina as a sacred space and recognize that your vagina is a source of life. It is a gateway to the physical world, but it's a place where you also give birth to ideas and creativity. Even if you haven't given birth to a child or are unable to do so, it does not mean that you have no value. You are valuable because you still give birth through creative and creativity, through your ideas and your life purpose. Always remember, you must maintain whatever you do, maintain the sacred space that is the source of creativity and life on this earth. That is your vagina. Your vagina. A daughter of the Most High also knows that her brain and her colon play a very intimate role in her behavioral life. It's important to feed both your brain and your colon with the proper nutrients and food sources from the sun through plants that they need to be the proper thinking machines for your body and your emotional body. Make sure that your colon and your brain is activated and stimulated with the proper resources, tools, thinking, and the ability to detoxify itself. You're going to need plenty of water, and you're going to be extra careful about that last principle we talked about, which is the food for your hair. Using coconut oil on your hair is another way of making sure that you are protecting your brain from harmful chemicals, because not only are you moisturizing your hair, but you are giving your brain a powerful resource. Your brain is fat. Coconut oil is fat. Feed that brain with the proper nutrients and moisturize and feed your hair with the same. As a general rule, if you can't eat it, it's probably not safe or good enough to go on your hair or on your head. The eighth principle, Queen, is that as a daughter of the Most High, you use your divine health to create solutions to the problems that you see in the world. That's right. As a daughter of the Most High, you were born to be a solution. You are not a problem, Queen. When you discover your divine purpose in life, you fuel all of your energy towards fulfilling that purpose. All of your behaviors are focused and practical. You establish healthy relationships with everything from food to family and to your friends. You see people and relationships in a proper perspective and a strategic partner in the accomplishment of your divine purpose and mission and goals. Principle number 9. Divine health seeks to establish itself for generational health, wealth, and prosperity. A daughter of the Most High is going to document her journey to divine health because she thinks about things that are ahead of her time. She envisions a life beyond herself, and she recognizes that she is a bridge between the ancestral world and the unrealized potential of the future. Queen, you live in 3 time periods simultaneously: the past, the present, and the future. You call upon the stories and the wisdom of your mother's mother's mother through the stories that have been passed down to you. You apply that information as wisdom to your current reality wherever you can to make life make sense for you. And then you make sure you pass that legacy on to your future descendants. Every decision that you make will impact someone in your lineage. Make wise decisions about your health. Your health is a matter of necessity. Divine health and every effort to achieve it is going to be documented in words through your journal, books, or blogs, in visuals through videos and posters, through sound, through voice recordings, musical selections, and poetry. What else are we doing all of this for, Queen, if it's not for the future, for our children's children's children to come? Let them know you through your journey to divine health and leave them a blueprint as a guide to model and to emulate about how you worked through life and challenges in a way that was consistent with divine health. And they will be able to expound on that journey. And the 10th principle, as a daughter of the Most High, never cease to develop your intellectual capacity as a gift in divine self-care. For a daughter of the Most High, willful ignorance is repulsive. You seek knowledge as a line of protective self-defense for yourself and your people. If something exists to you, it's something to be studied. All knowledge is used for the liberation of yourself, your people, the perpetuation of your culture, and the preservation of your ideas, and the survival of your genetic life. I thank you for your time. I hope you will learn how to use these principles in your life, how to speak these words into the life of your children, and how to make sure that you are getting started in a very intentional way on your journey to divine health. I look forward to working with you. If you're interested in participating in my course on how to overcome emotional eating, you're going to grasp these 9 to 10 principles and 9 more, because there are a total of 19. And I look forward to sharing this wisdom with you. Peace and blessings. The link to my information is in the bio, and there is still time for you to enroll in the course, How to Overcome Emotional Eating, a Paradigm Shift. Peace and blessings.